How would you describe the 90 minutes?
Oh, I think it was an awfully emotional 90 minutes for Bafana, but obviously we sort of expected that sort of thing with everything that they were required to do today and with everything that was happening in Benin as well. I think it was an emotional performance more than anything, and you saw that sort of come off at the end of the game when Bogazi got the red card as well, because you could, there was a lot at stake today. So what I think many South Africans would have wanted was obviously the result, but I think in terms of performance, in terms of will, in terms of passion, Bafana brought it today. We've just spoken to Coach Hugo Bruce. He spoke about the fact that they just weren't lucky today, and sometimes maybe that's the only thing that actually decides games, because they had 2 or 3 chances cleared off the line, so what more can you actually do? So scrappy game, emotional game from them, but yeah, obviously not the results that they actually wanted. Oh, Sipho, Sipho Mbule, I think his case is very, very interesting with Bafana because he was actually brought in the last camp as an emergency after Tito Masongai actually got injured. But for him to come in and slot straight into the starting 11 shows that Coach Hugo Bruce obviously has something, or rather he has faith in him and actually values Sipho's skill set, and he obviously showed it today. I think he was probably Bafana's best player tonight. Of course, took about 3 or 4 shots, couldn't get it right, but in terms of the overall performance and everything that Coach Hugo Bruce actually demands from him, I think he brought everything except maybe for the final touch towards goal. And you speak of Lan Foster as well. Foster, I mean, it could be one of 2 things with him tonight. You could actually praise him for his pressing and off the ball movement, but another person could say he missed 2 gilt-edged chances tonight, and those chances might actually decide our fate going on or not going to the World Cup. So it's a very, very tricky analysis when you try to speak of Lau, because I firmly still believe he's our best striker. So when you look at a performance like this and the missed chances and everything that was at stake, you wouldn't blame anyone that would be very critical of him after tonight's performance.
Defense, midfield, and attacking play. Where do you think we fell short in? Which sector and which parts do you think we could have brushed up a little bit more?
I think when you look at just how the game flowed, first off, our midfield was a bit shaky, and you saw with the changes, because Coach Hugo Bruce actually brought on Batsusi Obas, Pepe Lostole, who didn't look to be at his usual level, but when Batsusi came in, he sort of stabilized everything. So first off, midfield, even though we did create a few chances in the first half as well, so you could be critical of the front line as well, but first half I think it was more midfield, but second half we totally dominated the game, and it was just about putting the ball at the back of the net, and everyone that actually got chances in the Zimbabwe box and couldn't put away. So you can't help but look at the performance of the attackers, and more specifically like we spoke about earlier. So I think first half more midfield, but second half I think our front line let us down, if that's the right description to put it. Yeah, so our front line sort of let us down tonight, but defensively we did not look troubled at any moment in time in the game. The young Bogazi is starring again. Kosnati Smiso, just back from injury, coming in and putting in a performance like that, versus Knowledge Musona, versus Kama Billiards, versus Marshall Monetti. I mean, you can only praise that defense tonight, but yeah, maybe our front line sort of missed the spot tonight.
Alright, last question. Scoreline was 0-0, but every single Zimbabwean fan walked out here like they took the victory. What do you think was up with that?
Man, I think it's a Kusafa rivalry, man. Obviously, Zimbabwe are our neighbors. I mean, if you spoke to any of their players, I mean, they probably wouldn't admit that this result for them feels like a win, even though they don't have any chance of qualifying for the World Cup. But you could see that they came out here just to spoil the party. even though their coach spoke ahead of the game and said that they weren't looking to actually do that. But you could see that they actually came here, and the only thing that they wanted to do was disrupt the game, break it down, slow it down, frustrate Bafana as much as they could. So I think for them, this is a win, even though it isn't a win for anyone, but them denting the chances of Bafana Bafana certainly feels like a win tonight.